It's a review of an apartment, not in a hotel, but on an airplane. Look. We're on an airplane.
This is the final boarding call. Please go to gate 14 immediately.
So we are specifically flying Qatar Airlines to Sri Lanka via Doha. Not direct somehow, but specifically through Doha because there's a really cool airplane that flies here. Let's go. In general, Qatar Airlines has always had a very cool business class there. But this plane, it's special. They've taken first class and business class, combined them and thought, why do we need business class? Everything will be first class.
Good morning, sir.
COVID-19. For the rest of the crew will take...
Have a nice day.
Just a reminder, we do have COVID procedures.
There's one huge apartment with 4 seats. Here sits Vovka, Grandma, Mom, and Michelle. And it's all one big apartment for 4 seats. This is a full review of Qatar Airlines business class Qsute cabin. I want to clarify that this review is not sponsored and Qatar did not compensate me in any way. In fact, I paid for all 4 seats out of my own pocket. The total cost was $7,500, which is still considered cheap because I purchased them 2 months before the flight. And now I looked at how much it cost. If you buy for a flight on next week, it'll cost $12,000. The great thing about this place is this curtain, it comes down. We can transform these 2 areas into a combined large double bed, but we'll leave it for later. Since it's an apartment, I'm wondering how much square footage there is. 270 millimeters long and 2 meters wide. So we have about 5 square meters, even a little bit more than 5 square meters. In the airplane, it just seems like a whopping 5 meters. Huge rooms and spaces of some kind. And the most important thing is how much legroom there is. In airplanes, that's the most important thing. For max comfort, you'll need to fully unfold the seat. The bed measures 2 meters in length and it is completely flat with no inclines of any sort, and 53 centimeters wide. This place is taken into account, so we obtain the complete length of the bed. The entire length of the bed is 126 centimeters. Personal light. Here you can direct it and read something. I actually don't really understand why we need all this huge multimedia when everyone is sitting on their phones watching their Netflix. I don't think I need those TVs anymore. Let's go through the buttons. This is where we turn the light on and off. This is one sit down to eat. This one lay down. Here the massage button. I'm not really feeling this massage. I mean, it just feels a little bit like literally there's something, perhaps there's an issue with my chair. It doesn't seem to be functioning properly. There's also lumbar support and you can move the seat. Next we have a USB here, another charger, HDMI port apparently to output something to the TV. There's even a remote control. It's touch sensitive and it's quite responsive. I mean, it doesn't slow down. It clicks normally. All in all, it's not a bad looking thing. I was really looking forward to seeing the camera on the screen. From the back of the plane, that's the coolest thing you can watch on a flight, but it's not there. The flight attendant said it's only on the big planes and our little single-decker doesn't have one. I think that's generally the most exciting feature. They should put it on every airplane so you can actually watch yourself fly. I mean, it's cool. It's like you're controlling in a game. Since we are flying with a baby, it was very important to me to figure out where the baby would be comfortable sleeping. There are 2 types of seats. There are 2 seats that could be folded out next to each other, but they have this part here and it's very short, and the baby can't lie here because there's a gap. There are these 2 seats. They are separated by a big partition, but they have a full-fledged bed for a baby, and Michelle can really sit here and sleep the whole flight. I've watched many reviews of this Qsute and I didn't even understand how to do a double bed here because of this seat. This seat right here, it's not soft. But they have this little mattress here. It just flattens out right here. And that's it. You've got a soft spot. You can let the baby in here. But there's really not much people. There are literally only a few seats here. The flight attendant mentioned that you're welcome to sleep wherever you prefer. You can either spread these seats and utilize them, or opt to sleep in different seats. Where's the lamb? The lamb. Is that a lamb? Yes, it's a lamb. We placed the girls in this spot so they seat with Michelle and comfortably play with her. And I'm moving to this place. It is essentially the identical, just slightly more private. Look how they put the butter in a special jar. This bun is combined from 3 different buns. It's really hot. This here, as I understand, is some Arabic appetizers. We've got vegetables here and I don't know what this is. The problem is I don't eat bread. I've decided that I won't eat sweets and bread for the whole year. That's why Vova will eat this. It's delicious. Think about it. It's maximum high for backrest position. So I can't make the seat straight. I can't move it forward. Oh, no, no, no. Thanks God I can. I wanted to sit upright for the first time in the airplane because my back is tired. Back of the seat was so low that I want to sit straight.
Well, it's not tasty, to be honest, but not sweet.
And if it's sugar-free, I can try a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a tiny, tiny piece. We'll make a record that I ate super small. Yeah, by the way, I don't even think there's any sugar. I'm a big fan, actually. This stuff is not sweet. It's really cool. Well, let's take a look at the showers on this airplane. Actually, I kind of tricked you a little bit. Here are no showers. The thing is, this flight takes only 4 hours to Doha, and it's not a long flight, so this plane doesn't have one. Unfortunately, we're unable to do a super comprehensive review of Qatar Airlines, because on some flights they do have showers. The toilet here is quite big. If you look at it, it's a really big toilet. Usually it is half the size, but here it's really huge. You can stand up here. There's this mirror here. It moves. And here we have not only a dental kit, but we also have a convenient shaving kit available. That's definitely a good thing. You don't have to push any buttons, you just put your hand in here and the water comes out. Hallelujah. Usually you have to squeeze all this stuff in there. You get just a couple of grams of water and then you have to squeeze something again. Overall, it's a pretty good toilet because usually in airplanes it's much smaller. Now let's go and make the bed and get some sleep. Actually, of course, I would like to fly in this seat here. There are more portholes. It's not a huge seat, of course, but the portholes are the best. It's really nice here. By the way, have you enjoyed your flight yet? Here. Vovka's at work. He's got a light. In fact, it's been almost 2.5 hours. We're still filming and we haven't really had time to sit down yet. We've just been shooting all the time. Okay, well, I'm going to bed. We flew into Doha. It was a 4-hour flight to Doha. Now we will have another 2-hour layover, and then we will fly from Doha to Sri Lanka in another business class. There is a completely different business class. I will show you the difference between the same Qatar Airlines business classes. So let's get on the next plane. Okay, we have a super task at hand. We need to get Michelle into the stroller. We brought this young with us. It's the only one they let us bring in. I really worried about this moment. I mean, she's already asleep and she needs to sleep until the next flight. Bye-bye. How was the flight itself?
Awesome.
Did you have a good time?
So, didn't notice the takeoff and landed very softly.
So yeah, this one's not as cool as the Qsute anymore. These places are pretty good in general, by the way. There is an even larger amount of legroom available here than before. It's really cool here. Here is plenty of space. Vova, goodbye. I'm sorry, Vova, but goodbye. On previous flight was nice that you can lie down together. However, they could do the same thing here and you could lie together too. This was a business class review from Qatar. We'll go to Sri Lanka and chill a bit there. Bye-bye.